back to Simply BSI, or Simply Budget, Save, and Invest. Back again with a portfolio update. As always, I'm going to start off with some open positions in both my traditional and individual brokerage accounts. Again, I've been skipping over the Roth. As you can see, I just hold ETHA and Sound, of which I'm both down over like 50%. So I've just been ignoring it. But let's start off with, again, the rollover IRA and go into all the positions that expired, or rather the option contracts that expired, that contributed to my weekly income. My weekly generated income, again, you can see in the thumbnail there, but of $516.76 rather, for week ending February 27th, 2026. It's this past Friday. Let's go into the rollover account as well as my individual brokerage. So again, here in E-Trade, in the rollover account, we have a few open positions. Also down quite a bit in this portfolio, 31%, as we can see, a little over $9,000. Again, really over leveraged in crypto in both accounts, unfortunately. So then sitting on this position in Robinhood, as well as BMNR. The ETHA position is actually recent. I have 200 shares at the price of $14.29, both of which are a result of getting assigned on $15 puts. So moving forward, I'll just sell covered calls. I'll just sell covered calls at a strike no lower than $15, just to collect that premium, as well as BMNR kind of just sitting tight, as I'm down 44% in that position. So can't really get much from weekly covered calls on that. Again, I avoid selling at covered calls at strikes lower than my cost basis. It's just not worth it to me. And I'd hate to get assigned at a strike lower than my cost basis, obviously, because I'll be losing money on that capital loss, on that realized loss from the shares. So I just don't do it. I'm going to sit on that position. Again, the price of BMNR is tightly correlated to the price of Ethereum, and obviously ETHA being the spot ETF. Those are both crypto. More specifically, they're both Ethereum positions. Robinhood is also tightly correlated to the price of Bitcoin, or cryptocurrency in general, but really, yeah, the price of Bitcoin. So you can see the correlation between the price of Bitcoin and Robinhood is pretty high. So I also consider that a cryptocurrency position as much as a brokerage position or a bank. Again, Robinhood offers a lot of services, but again, this is basically a cryptocurrency portfolio here. And we'll see in my individual brokerage account as well. I also hold shares of Ethereum, ETHA rather, IBIT, which is the Bitcoin ETF, and again, more shares of Robinhood. So right now, I'm extremely over leveraged in cryptocurrency, and I'm sort of just sitting on these positions till they recover. But in the interim, I am selling cash accrued puts on ETHA. That is something I do want to hold long term and have a high conviction in. So I'm going to continue to sell cash accrued puts on ETHA and try to build up that position while I wait for the cryptocurrency market to recover in general. But we can see in my individual brokerage account, I have an NVIDIA 175 put that I sold for expiring Monday, March 2nd. I believe I received around like $80 for that. The price of NVIDIA has come down a bit since I sold it, so it looks like I am down in that position. Sound, again, as I'm waiting for the price of Sound to recover or get closer to my cost basis, I figured I might as well just buy a leap so I can take advantage of the returns there. Again, no guarantee that SoundHound would recover, but I'm going to hold that position anyways, and it was a pretty cheap leap, so I figured I'd just buy it. Kind of double down on that. And again, I also have a Robinhood call, same premise as buying the SoundHound call, or leap rather. Again, my cost basis in Robinhood is around $120 in both my individual brokerage account and my traditional IRA. So again, I do have a high conviction in Robinhood that the price will recover. It's not a guarantee, of course, but I'm going to be holding these shares anyway, so I figured I might as well try to take advantage of the recovery by buying a leap. So again, I also have Amazon here that I am going to eventually start selling cash secured puts against. What I'm thinking is once this NVIDIA put expires on Monday, hopefully worthless, meaning that the price of NVIDIA closes above $175 come market close on Monday. I'm going to use that money to start selling Amazon weekly puts. That'll help me generate income while I'm waiting for the share price of Amazon to recover, because my cost basis in Amazon is around $240. So again, I'm down in like pretty much every position. My portfolio does not look nearly as bad because I have been collecting premiums while I've been down. So again, we can see that on the year I'm down 10%, about $6,000. But my actual account has a high of like 75,000, I believe, 76,000. So I'm really down like 15K ish. But again, as the prices of the positions I'm holding start to recover, I should be well above that 75 or 76,000 all-time high of my account portfolio value because of all the premiums I've been collecting along the way while I've been waiting. And again, because I don't ever sell a covered call at a price lower than my cost basis, I always make money when it comes to the wheeling strategy I've implemented. So we'll go over that as well, because I did have 2 Netflix covered calls that I got assigned on, both of which at the $86 price, both of which were above my cost basis in Netflix. So I made quite a bit of money there. That accounts for the income I'm earned. So you can see here on the my option income tracker, I did have a Palo Alto and Palantir cash accrued puts expire worthless this past Friday. Palo Alto, I received about $209.96 for, and Palantir, I got around $167. That's by far the most option income premium I've gotten in a while, and I can show you guys too, just because, again, kind of just want to, for transparency, keep it clear that I guess it's different. I guess it's different in the browser where they have where they keep the realized gains and losses. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm used to using the app, but essentially just wanted to be transparent and show you all these positions expiring worthless in my account as well, but I'll just keep it to the option income Excel sheet. But yes, I had the Palo Alto cash secured put expire worthless and Palantir cash secured put. Both of those I opened positions in because they were both oversold in the RSI a few weeks ago, and they actually came below price point when it first triggered oversold in the RSI. So I figured it'd be a good time to sell, because I typically do like to use the RSI as a sole indicator. A lot of these big mega cap stocks and large cap stocks, it actually is pretty reliable as a sole indicator for good buying opportunities, because again, most of these companies are going to hold long term anyways. So whenever they're oversold, it's nice to just trickle in a little bit. So sold 2 puts, again, one on Palo Alto, one Palantir. They both expired worthless, received income for that. I also, as I mentioned, I sold a covered call on Netflix that expired worthless, or rather, my apologies, actually, that I got assigned on. So Netflix actually withdrew their deal for Warner Bros. And that was on Thursday, I believe that was like Thursday evening, Thursday after close, and that resulted in Netflix price going up like 10%. So I did not get that much option income premium, because when I sold this covered call, Netflix is trading at like $82, $81, something around there. So I only got around $22 for that. So I did receive that option income. In this Excel sheet, I don't include the capital gain I get on the underlying shares. So I actually did make a little bit more on that because of the capital gain. Again, the difference between my cost basis and then the strike I sold it at. And then I sold 2 SoundHound covered calls. So again, SoundHound in my individual brokerage account, I have 200 shares of. I sold 2 covered calls at the strike, $10 strike that expired worthless, because again, SoundHound closed below $10 come market close. And I'm just going to rush through the last bit of this because I feel like I'm taking a little bit longer than usual. And lastly, again, I had 100 shares of Netflix in my E-Trade account as well. That one actually might be able to show because it's a lot easier in E-Trade. But we see the gains and losses here. And we can see this is year to date. Year to date, I have a total gain of $2,347. And we can see let's see if it's going to show the Netflix cash secured or covered call, rather. This Netflix covered call there. That's not showing it for some reason, but I think I can show it in the. This is the rollover. Yeah, it should be here somewhere. February 27th. There, it might just be like a timing issue. But while I'm here, I'm also going to state that I do want to roll over my traditional account to Robinhood. Again, I'm getting kind of tired of paying these 50-cent commission fees on option contracts, and the right trading strategy is basically all options, so it's going to get expensive. Again, only 2 months into the year, and I already paid $60 in premiums, or rather, commissions and fees. But again, here we can see the covered call expired that I got signed on. Received about $10 in net gain here. Then I got a ETHA that I did get assigned on. So I did have to buy 100 shares of ETHA at the strike of $15. Again, this income got applied to the shares I purchased. So my actual cost basis is around $14.20 because it subtracts roughly 80 cents per share. Because all it does is just apply my premium income to my purchase there. So that accounts for $516.76 I earned this week in option income premium. So again, to stay tuned next week following the expiration, hopefully worthless, of my NVIDIA cash secured put that I have opened. I'm going to rotate that into Amazon weeklies. But again, if I do get a sign on that, I'm just going to sell a covered call at 175 and just keep selling weeklies on that too. And again, I'm not too mad about that. NVIDIA is something I would like to hold long term, or don't mind holding long term rather, especially at the 175 price point when its all time high is about 210, I think, or 205. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, all the sorts, and of course, see you guys next week.